Welcome back, people, to another bombastic day of CS2 Case Market Coverage. We're going to be jumping right into this because we not waste your time or your money here at this channel. Starting out with the snakebite case, realistically up about a cent from the last video. So nice growth to see on this one. You're obviously not going to see anything too crazy on that case. The clutch case now up to about 83 cents realistically, which is up 3 cents from the last video. And to be honest, guys, we're seeing a ton of upwards growth on a lot of these cases. The CS20 is up about 3 or 4 cents from the last video to 121. The Prisma 2s here, these ones have actually stayed stagnant. Not too much movement from the last video, specifically where we filmed on the 21st. And sorry for the little bit more sporadic uploads, guys. I've been very busy, but I do look to get more uploads in more frequently here soon. The Prismas, I do think these are up slightly from the last video. Actually, yeah, up about a few cents relatively, but nothing too crazy. On the Prismas, up about 3 cents. The Danger Zones, these ones are starting their climb back up in the last few years, at about 133, 131, now up to 139 reliably. So looking pretty decent on those. The shadow case really hasn't moved too much from the last video, if anything, down slightly. And that's the same trend that we're seeing with the Horizon case here. This case was at about 203 in the last video, and we're now down to $2 on this one. So just a slight drop from the last video, but nothing too crazy. Now, we didn't see movement much at all on the Falchion or Revolver cases. The Spectrum and Wildfire cases, though, are where we start to see giant jumps that we've seen in the market in the last week. So the Spectrum 2's just a little glimpse of it, really in the last video, about 360 range, now up to almost $4. So nearing around a 40-cent jump on that. The Wildfires, these are another one. Like in the last video, we were about around maybe the 380 range. Now, realistically, into about the $4 range here. So that's crazy. And again, that's just the start. With all of these middle tier price cases, we're seeing giant jumps. So the Gamma 2s are at 455. I just want you guys to look at the trajectory on these. Absolutely insane. Like, I'm telling you guys, and it's like this for a lot of mid-tier cases. Like, it's not just one or two. It's literally almost all of them. So yeah, huge jumps on this case specifically. Again, in the last video, we were probably sitting around the 410 range. Now all the way up to 455, which is magnanimous. Just a gigantic jump. And let's continue to see that in the rest of these mid-tier price cases. Looking at the Gamma case, all the way up to 460 now. Another one that's just continued climbing very steadily. Realistically, about a 15, 20 cent jump on that one. The Chroma 3s up to 467. These saw a giant deep gain. Realistically, we're about 430 in the last vid, now up to four, almost 470 on these. So pretty incredible. Um, was that the Chroma 3 I just went into, or the Chroma 2? Yeah, I think that was the Chroma 3. And we're seeing just a very similar trajectory on the Chroma 2s. The Vanguards have not moved. That is one of the mid-tier price cases that have not moved too much. And the Phoenix case has also not moved, and the Chroma case. Besides those, and I guess the breakout case, but this isn't really mid-tier priced, we've seen, again, just crazy growth across the board. If you want to get into the Spectrum case here, uh, again, this was at like what, 540, now up to almost 70 realistically, after you get like these few current listings on the market down. You're back up to 572 on those. So definitely not bad. And I want to show you guys another crazy one here. The Shattered Web. This one took a very steep jump, and it's hard to see on this one for whatever reason, but like if you're looking at this is like a 40 something odd cent jump, soon to be almost 50-cent jump on these, which is really crazy. And then another case, this is really the craziest case of the day, to be honest. Throughout all of the jumps is the Broken Fang case. Just wait a minute till you see this. Insane jump. Like we were at what? About $8 flat on these, and now we're up to $10 flat. So a $2 jump in about the span of a week. Absolutely incredible since the last video. And these jumps, like I think if we continue to see anything like this, like happen even semi often over the next period of many years, like you're going to continue to see these lower tier price cases reach up to these higher prices. I say that a lot, but I like to reiterate that for the new viewers. And this is why I say you should get in on these little lower tier price cases, but it definitely seems like there's a lot of people getting in on the mid tier price cases right now. These are surging through the roof, and it looks like there's a lot of people investing in these right now. Or the market's just been moving slowly with offloaders and the prices gradually just keep it moving up, especially on these rare cases. It's with the rare cases and discontinued cases specifically. That's why I don't really get too much into the active drop cases in these videos. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for coming out to this video. Let me know how you guys are feeling about the market down below, what you guys think be causing these trends. And yeah, thank you all for coming out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.